No quick fix for badly run Arsenal, Sportsmail experts Sutton, Keown and Redknapp discuss. The race for the top four is hotting up. After bright starts, Arsenal and Chelsea have come unstuck and a resurgent Manchester United are breathing down their necks. As the London rivals prepare to lock horns today, Jamie Redknapp, Martin Keown and Chris Sutton run the rule over their campaign so far. In October, fans sang "We've got our Arsenal back." Have they? Redknapp, Arsenal fans should be under no illusion that turning this club round will not be a quick fix. It has been run badly for quite some time. They have let more than £100 million of talent in Alexis Sanchez, Ramsey and Jack Wilshere leave the club for next to nothing and been held to ransom by Mesut Ozil. The players are responding to Unai Emery, but the squad isn't good enough to challenge for the title. Patience is key. Keown, there have been glimpses. Arsenal gave us a taste of what they could do when they held Liverpool 1-1 and brushed Tottenham aside. Lucas Torreira has restored a steeliness to the midfield not seen since Patrick Vieira and Gilberto Silva. Before Christmas, Emery was getting his players to boiling point. As the game started to come thick and fast, he had less time on the training ground and players started slipping back into bad habits. The poor away form of last season has crept back in. Sutton, we cannot sit here and be critical of Emery. No sensible Arsenal fan would have expected them to be competing for the title. That he has restored a competitive edge is a sign of improvement. Emery or Sarri? Who has adapted better to the Premier League? Keown, this is a bit of an unfair question. They are working under different circumstances. Sarri may have had to get his players used to a new system, but he inherited a squad who had won the Premier League only a year previously. Arsenal have not won the title since 2004. Next season is when Emery should be judged. He needs to use this year as a learning curve and be more demanding with the board over transfers this summer. Emery can be an outstanding Arsenal manager, but he needs the club to match his ambition. Redknapp, you have got to say sorry. Chelsea threatened to keep pace with Manchester City and Liverpool early in the season, but they do not have the same firepower to mount a title challenge. They should finish in the top four. Sutton, Emery has had the better start, purely based on what he has had to work with. Win today and his team are just 3 points behind Chelsea. It has all gone a bit flat at Stamford Bridge, largely because Sarri insists on playing Eden Hazard as a false nine. He is entitled to send a message to the board that he needs a striker, but it has made Hazard less effective and his team too predictable. Does either manager know his best 11? Keown, it's easier for Sarri to know his best 11. Emery still does not know his best centre-back partnership. He is still weighing up whether to play Said Kolasinac or Nacho Monreal at left-back. Torreira was a substitute against West Ham, presumably because Emery thought he needed a rest, but Arsenal cannot afford to be without him. The exodus of players and Arsene Wenger's last season may have allowed Arsenal to bring in players such as Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but it has left Emery short of options. Sutton, Sarri's first-choice side trips off the tongue. Only Wolves and Crystal Palace have made fewer changes this season. Emery is still searching for his best team, but a lack of quality defenders has made life difficult. Compared with their rivals, Arsenal's defense looks distinctly average. They have conceded 32 goals this season, one more than Newcastle in the relegation zone. Emery's ability to inspire his team to fight back when behind has been a huge positive, not a sign that he lacks a plan. It shows a spirit and a will to win. Redknapp, at some point Emery needs to get it right from the start. I appreciate that he does not have the same quality as Sarri. How many Arsenal players would get in the Chelsea team? I'd argue only Aubameyang and Ramsey. Should Emery start Mesut Ozil? Redknapp, given Arsenal's lack of quality, he has to. They seem to get more from Ozil at home, and that is a problem when he is on £350,000 a week, but I am sure Arsenal fans would rather have a go against Chelsea and lose 3-2 than see a repeat of West Ham last week. Keown, reputation alone will not get you into Emery's team. You have to graft. If the manager thinks Ozil has shown the necessary work ethic this week, then he has a very good chance of playing. Sutton: I'm a big fan of Ozil in terms of what he can do on the ball, but the decision to give him a £350,000 a week contract has tied Emery's hands. It has left Arsenal in the baffling position that they can only bring players in on loan. Is Jorginho the man to anchor Sarri's midfield? Redknapp: Let's not forget that this is Jorginho's first season in England. He has dealt with the physicality and lack of a winder break well. I love watching him play. He has a great footballing brain. Keown: Could Sarri not have coached N'Golo Kant to play the passes Jorginho does? I suspect Kant would find that easier than scoring goals. Sutton: It was ridiculous to see Jorginho criticized for not getting enough assists. When Kant was shielding the defense last season, he was not being hammered for a lack of creativity. Their issue is not in midfield, it's a lack of a goal scorer. Is Gonzalo Higuain the answer up front? Sutton: Chelsea have been linked with Callum Wilson, and as much as I admire him, Higuain is the answer. He's a proven scorer and Sarri knows how to get the best from him. Keown: Ask the Tottenham defenders who faced him at Juventus last season. They could not handle him. At 31 he may not be a long-term solution, but do Chelsea do anything with a long-term view? Redknapp: He may not be as mobile as Salah or Aubameyang, and Chelsea won't be getting him at his best, but Higuain is still a world-class finisher and will score goals. So, who'll win on Saturday? Redknapp: I don't see Chelsea losing, but Arsenal will create chances and have a go. I'm saying 2-2. Keown: Lose and Arsenal risk this season sliding away. Do the fans want another season of mediocrity? But this team is a different animal at home, and if Emery fires them up, I can see Arsenal winning 2-1. Sutton: Chelsea to nick it 2-1. Arsenal's leaky backline will be their downfall.